Hi there, signs of Cancer. This is Kim here to do a reading for you guys. It's going to be for your next 48 hours. And I think I'm going to pull a Celtic cross for you. So let's see what we've got going on for the sign of Cancer. Asking that your spirit team join and your angels so we get messages that's for your Most High always. And I have burnt a little bit of sage, so we have some neutral energies here. Okay. Messages for Cancer. Using Osho Zen Tarot, by the way. This is the Tower energy. So the Tower is some big kind of change and transformation. Possibly something shocking to you. Possibly. What's up with this? And 777 in your reading, and you also have 888 in your reading. That's a really good sign. There's a sign for prosperity and abundance here. So, but what's going on? Because there's obviously some kind of issues here. The Queen of Wands is in the past energy, and this is that being kind of held back. So, meaning like not high risk, not wanting to take too much of a chance. It could be kind of like, I don't know, like a shy type of energy. Tell me about the Queen of Wands in reverse. So normally she shares her gifts with others. Normally the Queen of Wands is very, well, attractive, psychic, intuitive, shares gifts, right? So, okay, the Page of Pentacles. It's not wanting to take too much of a risk, but still kind of like acknowledging that something would be a new investment or could be a new investment. I feel like this is really looking at something and saying, should I invest? Should I not? It can be regarding work, or it can be regarding dating. Like, yeah. So, for example, staying somewhere just to be safe that doesn't really inspire. That's kind of like that energy I'm picking up off of that. So, the Seven of Wands is in the reverse with the Eight of Pentacles challenging it. And we have the Eight of Cups in reverse as the heart of the matter. Which kind of means that if you've tried to disconnect, you weren't able to. So sometimes this is a big call to, hey, you got to get away, have vacation. Really, that could be very possible because of the Eight of Swords up here as your outcome with the Six of Swords. It's really needing to get away and to clear the mind. Like, for sure. How to do that, though? How to do that is an issue. Another issue is just feeling like you're trying to get into flow state, but there's just something that's not working necessarily. I don't know if the Seven of Wands in the reverse is because of simply just not standing up and having a say as to how you want it. I don't know. I feel like you can see something having its process, and you can see something being, you know what I mean? Like being in stages. And it almost feels like it's just not ready to stand up and say something yet with this. I don't always get that. Sometimes I can get, look, I can also get the energy of you can't be putting your hand in too many things, like lighting up, stress, making your stress a little bit easier. So you could be at the moment, just not saying anything regarding your work, because again, the work is a challenge. Whether it feels like the challenge is, do you like this or not? That really feels like it's the challenge. And do you know what you want? And, you know, finding out what you want could be a lot of this, what a lot of this reading is about. Especially if we're looking outside ourselves to find some kind of happiness. You probably, when I see this card, you're going to meet somebody that's high integrity, that's a mentor, that will help guide you through some kind of process where you're absolutely having to wait and having to bide your time, having to have patience. I feel like at the heart of the matter, it's saying, yeah, you're attached. There's emotionally something that you are very attached to. You can't detach from it. But there's a feeling of needing to take a break or to get away. But the heart is just continually revisiting a situation. So it's thinking about something. It's not being able to get something kind of like off your mind. And this could be what this is representing. It's kind of like, you know, when it's torture, when you can't think of something else besides something that makes you not feel that good or makes you feel restricted or like something's your fault, you know. I don't think anything is here as far as like being shady or anything like that. I really don't think. I think that things are transparent, or if somebody is going to be sneaky or something like that, you're going to be able to see right through that. With the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So it's patience with dealing with what could have been a really hard thing to deal with. I don't know. It feels like it. It feels like something that wasn't working. It's hard to deal with. Maybe you're thinking about your finances. Maybe there's big shakeup regarding work. The Queen of Pentacles here is in the card that represents how you feel. So, well, usually it's, you know, different shape. But for the sake of my table, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, how do you feel? You could feel like getting yourself involved in something that really might not be yours to. Like, I feel like you might have to exhibit some restraint or hold back, or it might help you to do that. There's also a feeling of being very like tight on resources, trying to hold it together. This is trying to do all roles in one too, and it's difficult. So patience is there with the Seven of Pentacles up there. Choices, their consequences, maybe just choosing in general what you're wanting, taking careful consideration. King of Cups. This is crowning you. This is the energy of mastering your emotions, kind of like Zen. Not angry, but and not real, you know, leading others with diplomacy. That's what I want to say. Diplomacy, even-keeled, even-tempered, patient. Either that energy is your energy, and it probably is your energy because of it crowning you. But you've also got another sign for Scorpio being here. And when the King of Cups shows up in a love reading, it is usually somebody who I feel like you can resonate with, or you can understand what they have to say, or any kind of like words of wisdom. Also could be like trying to make sure that your heart gets them or gets that person, competing for your heart. Like if it's a, you know what I mean, love reading. So what about the Eight of Cups in the reverse? What can't you get away from? The Eight of Swords. You can't, so it's a really specific, like you can't get away from these obsessive thinking or obsessive thoughts. And whatever these thoughts are, they're about restrictions, they're about limitations. They're not the thoughts that are going to help you. It's like, how can I get to, if this sword has gotten to here, then why can't this sword get there? Like for real. This is like driving yourself nuts regarding how you're going to get around something or buy something. Really, really, really being in the head. Can't escape these thoughts. Tell me about the Seven of Wands in the reverse. This is like not saying anything, you know, not saying anything. The Ten of Wands, well, there was all that. So I feel like you didn't say anything regarding a challenging situation that has to do with your pentacles or work, because like you had already put in all that you could. The Ten of Wands is like there was some kind of completion that was as much as you could hold or carry at the time. And so that's the completion. Tell me about, yeah, so try not to become too overworked, or burnout will happen. You've got 8, 8, 8, 8. There is a focus on work, prosperity, abundance, but you have a lot of cards that are suggesting to take it easy and take care of yourself and try to get away. No. There we go. Sorry. Okay. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. And it seems like it's connecting to the heart of the matter. So there's a feeling of not wanting to risk because of resources, or tightening down on some resources, maybe tightening down on spending. There's something about sharing your gifts and talents with others and putting yourself out there, networking, that will help. Tell me about the Seven of Swords in reverse. Tell me about the Seven of Swords in the reverse. The Lovers in reverse. So something is really transparent in the environment. It's very easy to see what was a bad judgment call at this point. And I think that's kind of helping you see through anything else here. You could be, I think you're waiting. Like, instead of saying you're at a crossroads, I think there's something about patience and timing here. In your eyes, somebody around you made a poor decision of how they went about something, or the tactics. So tell me about the Hermit in reverse. Tell me about this person. Ten of Cups in reverse. So that's exactly what I was saying, is that if you're looking for happiness outside of yourself, and we all do it all the time throughout our whole lives, and if there's this completion though that you're actually focused on, then it's going to be the completion of this Zen energy within yourself, finding it in yourself. That's where you find your heaven, inside. There can be somebody that guides you or helps you get to this bliss, or get to this feeling of like contentment, or bliss. Tell me more about this person. Another 8, guys. Another 8 of Pentacles. It's going to be somebody that you meet through work, or that you work with. Also, there's a caution to try not to be finding your bliss within you know, just things like money and things like that, because so that could be a challenge. Money could, you know, you could be relying on some things for your happiness, and when it comes down to it, that's not what actually gives you your happiness. So yeah, you have all these eights now. Another big sign for prosperity. The Nine of Pentacles is showing up as what you're like thinking about, your hopes or your fears. And that is a financial gain or windfall, a win, a lucky win. Obviously, the Pentacles are doing really good. There's just a need to see beyond your perceived limitations and to kind of transcend these things. So there's a need to do that. And there's also a need with this particular Six of Swords, there's a need to let down your burdens or expectations from others and focus on what you expect from yourself instead. So the Queen of Swords in reverse needs to put up her boundaries and needs to say, I cut out this from my life because it's not helping me focus or reach my goal. With the Guardian of Swords in the reverse, this is kind of like, okay, this stuff, this energy is stopping you from focusing, and it's stopping you from for so whatever reason you're needing to cut out something that is burdening. Yeah, something that is burdening you, or something extra that you're carrying that you really don't have to carry. All right, so that's what I've got for your reading. For the most part, it's a pretty good reading. This change and transformation, well, it starts inside, and remember, keep your eyes open, pay attention to everyone that you meet, because this is like, I feel like somebody is really important that you will meet. It says change, a change of residence, partner, career, or job is on the cards. You're restless and in need of change, and that is exactly what's coming your way. Restless. Ooh, 666. That's a call to really look at your energy and make sure it's centered. Make sure you're where you really want to be. A wake-up call for you to re-examine your current situation and change the direction of your thoughts so you can raise your vibration to a more positive frequency. And it says, I am centered. And I have 111. I am creative. Angels are ready to fully support you in this endeavor so you can co-create with the universe a life you love. I am creative. 111. So I do offer private readings. If you need one, contact me through the email address listed in the description box. And until then, love and light. Bye-bye.